Get drunk, ghetto blaster there. Before that was No Means No with Big Dick. Uh, sent that video to you and Matt as well of that Lieutenant Dangle fight with the nipple twist.
Oh yeah. I mean, nipple twisters, it's a strategy for fighting.
People don't see it coming,
That's true. They do not see it coming often. I always got more pissed off though when somebody nipple twisted me. Like,
well, yeah. Well, that I'm talking about.
Like, I had the same thing when I got hit in the balls too. People would hit me in the balls, and then I'd go after them. I wouldn't drop, and they would always freak people out.
I'm talking about coming up from behind and just latching on.
Well, see, yeah, you do something like that, but I'm like, for me, again, I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna come at you with the fury. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not flinching from the pain. The pain, I'm gonna do whatever I can to make the pain go away.
No, I'm talking internal nipple bleeding.
Internal nipple bleeding. You want to do some glandular damage?
Yeah,
glandular.
Like if it's a real fight, I'd bite it off, but I can't anymore. So
yeah. I used to be a biter. I used to be.
That's the Saigon whore that bit my nose off.
Exactly. Fuck, dude. Okay, so CJ, we are coming up towards the end of the show. So before we get to our pool, though, I was trying to find some more information about this tsunami or this underwater volcano that exploded that you didn't hear about. But I didn't have the time. Actually, I was in the middle of Googling it, and you started the record. If I'm being honest.
I mean, did it make land? Is there new
Hold
land?
on.
Can we move to it?
Oh, it was the Tonga. It was in Tonga.
Okay. Because I mean, if there's new land, we could claim that shit and be island boys.
Here we go. The volcanic eruption in Tonga this month, atmospheric shock wave that radiated out at close to the speed of sound, pushing large waves across the Pacific and the shores of Japan and Peru. Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, you got to see some of these videos, pictures of the explosion. What do you mean? What? Oh no new land came of it.
Okay.
It was just a massive underwater. Like you could hear it from like I think when they said like 30 miles away or 40 miles away, you could hear the explosion.
Like a giant bubble explosion, basically.
Yeah. Are you looking at pictures?
No, I've seen.
Well, like no, but they have a picture of it from the fucking space station and shit. Like it's fucking.
I watch documentaries,
dude. Like, and it makes you think, right? Like, if the Earth just farts, we're all fucked. Like, how fucked we are.
Yeah, I mean, volcanoes are just like the Earth's zits, basically.
Right. Well, there's that super volcano in Colorado.
Yosemite.
No, it's the Yellowstones.
Yellowstone, one of them.
Yeah,
it's in Colorado. I thought it was in.
Well, Yellowstone goes over like Wyoming, Idaho, Colorado. Yeah. Like it stretches over multiple.
Huge.
It's huge. And then like in the middle of it, there's just the caldera, which is like it's just essentially the mouth of a massive fucking volcano.
I used to live right near the base of Mount St. Helen.
Oh fuck! Really?
Yeah.
No shit.
And once when we were living there, we had an earthquake, and the adults were quite frightened because they were.
Yeah, right. Like, is it end of days today?
Yeah. I mean, when I lived there, obviously, I wasn't born until 90, so the eruption had already happened. But my step grandfather at the time, he had like a bunch of jars of ashes and stuff from when it erupted, and he had all kinds of home video footage of the eruption and stuff.
I always my mind always shoots to Pompeii. Like the like that guy they found jerking it. Who's just like forever immortalized jerking it.
Yeah.
I'm like, that guy would have been a moron, bro.
Yeah.
Like he was a proto moron, bro. The guy that just like, he was like, well, a volcano's going on, might as well whack it.
Yep.
Like,
And just
hell
got
yeah, dude.
hit with like a giant rain of fucking lava.
Yeah. Well, then there was that guy that they found where it's like his entire body is mummified except for his head, which is a 2-ton stone.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, how like just it's like a fucking movie. That's hilarious. It's like it's horrible because it happened to
Yeah.
a person, but hilarious at the same time. Like that's only shit that happens in cartoons.
I mean, by today's standards, back in the day, a lot of molestery and stuff going on.
Well, hey, you know what? I'm not trying to moralize the past.
I mean, it only gets worse the further you go back.
Yeah. Anyway, volcanoes are scary. Be
Which
careful,
is like,
everybody.
a terrible way of thinking about the past, but a bright look at the future.
Right. Well, I mean, that's that. What's his fuck?
Oh, did you see that there are finches in the Galapagos currently showing what's the word I'm looking for?
Tool usage.
No, notable evidence, like quickly and rapidly enough of evolution.
Really?
Yes,
Well, how so? Like,
like they're evolving.
no shit. Well, I understand. Like, what? Like,
But
did
like
it
it's happening.
specify?
I didn't get a chance to read the whole article because I was just pooping at work.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, it's happening rapidly enough that they can keep a track, like a good record of it.
No shit. Did you see that the Chinese scientists, and I guess we're just doing a rapid fire now of interesting things, but Chinese scientists were looking at almost that they might be able to do fission, nuclear fission.
Ooh,
Yeah, they theorize that the facilities they have built will be able to facilitate nuclear fission when they are ready to finally activate it. They said that they activated a second sun or whatever, but that was all like just fucking I fucking love science hype, not like
yeah,
actual peer-reviewed shit. But like
okay,
doing a little bit more digging, you find that like they're prepping for a facility that could potentially do fission,
that'd be
which
dope.
would revolutionize energy usage in the world. So that
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
fucking crazy.
You match that along with electric vehicles, and
I mean, just in general, right? If
well,
in
yeah. Well,
a,
I mean, in general, for sure, because what it does for energy usage of the corporations that are actually making 90% of the fucking pollution that
right.
aren't going to do anything. Uh, I mean, if that's just the way it is, then they have no choice.
Well, we might actually even if we were to do that, we would actually crack the scale of civilizations. Are you familiar? Like, there's the guy that's like, there's class 1 civilizations, class 2 civilizations, class
Yeah,
3
yeah, I know what you're
civilizations.
talking about.
Like class 3 civilizations are people that utilize the entirety of the energy on their planet. We're not technically there yet. And then it's solar system, and then it's extra solar system
Yeah.
travel
Well, yeah, I
would
mean,
be like a
once
class
we can
1.
create the energy to continue traveling, it's,
Exactly.
after 30, 40 years of weaponizing.
Right. It just it takes like 100 years. And in
But
the
that's
scope
the
of
fun
history, though.
things, like, as much as I don't like Elon Musk, that's the fun things about guys like Elon Musk, because 'cause he'll be, like, while they're weaponizing, he might get his hands on it and do something cool with it for the people.
Right. I actually watched a video recently that kind of made me a little bit more empathetic to his position, at least on AI. His
Oh, on
position
AI
on
for
AI.
sure. Yeah, no, for
He's
sure. He's
definitely in the
frightened.
right.
He's absolutely frightened,
He's
and the
definitely in the
fact that
right.
he's frightened is a good enough reason for all of us to be a little bit scared because he knows far more than we'll ever know about the current state of artificial intelligence.
Well, the video that I was watching was basically he's afraid of, and not necessarily that he's in. He wants to uh, integrate AI with the capitalist world, right? And his fears are sort of rooted in what happens in a capitalist world when AI becomes integrated with humans, right? Because it's like eventually the AI doesn't have any need for us because it's being geared
Yeah.
towards capitalist intent. And eventually humans just become so obsolete. But like if you were to integrate AI in a non-capitalist society where maybe the mode of AI being introduced or implemented would be driven by a need and underpinning need for production and rather just for the betterment of society, you'd be looking at
So,
way
like,
better
what you're
AI.
talking about there is, like, we take an AI, we put every episode of A Weird Time Recorded in it, and then it just starts making its own new episodes of A Weird Time Recorded.
Dude, yeah, no, for real. Like, all
Like
we need to do is just get like 2 good AIs to listen to all of A Weird Time Recorded, and I bet we could make they won't have to end. They won't
right,
have to end.
exactly. It
They
could
could just set it to
just go
autopilot.
on forever. It's like we don't feel like I mean, we could do it for ourselves. We don't feel like doing an episode this week. Fucking let the AI do it.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait till we can just have the AI doing it.
Oh man, it'll be pretty sick. And I'll be on that shit.
Right. And what you all know really well is that this rambling means that we are at the end of the show. We have one last thing to do before we get out of here. It is our death pool. Each week, we try to select somebody that we think is going to die between now and the next show. Not necessarily somebody that we want to die, but somebody that we think is going to die. And as long as death is a thing, we're going to get some pizza out of it. Because if we get it right, we'll have a pizza party on the show. If you get it right and you go to any of our social medias and make the guess and you get it, we will DoorDash you a pizza. And if you get it right, if we get it right, doesn't matter who gets it right, we will make a donation to the People's Pizza Party of Chicago, a nonprofit organization that brings pizza and supplies to homeless people in the city of Chicago. CJ, last week I had
Bill Romanowski.
Bill Romanowski. I was going to say Sebastian Janikowski. I was like, nope, wrong guy.
I had Albert Pujols.
And you had Pujols. I'm going to stick in the sports realm this week.
Me
a
too.
little bit. Usually, when a partner dies, the partner still living is pretty close behind. So I'm selecting Al Michaels. I think Al Michaels, famous broadcast duo with John Madden. I just it's been about a month. Usually that kind of thing happens. The postpartum really sets in.
I'm going with Francis Ngannou.
Francis Ngannou. You think Francis Ngannou is going to die?
I think he's ruffling some feathers over at the UFC.
I was going to say, dude, actually, to be honest, that makes a lot of sense. Dana White has the kind of money to kill someone.
He does. Yeah, he does.
And I don't know if you noticed this at
Which
UFC
means he
270.
has the kind of money to pay his fighters.
I don't know if you noticed this at UFC 270. He didn't put the belt on Francis Ngannou. And he didn't do a post-fight conference. He just left. He just fucking...
Yeah, he's just a giant baby.
He's a giant baby. It's awesome. Anyway, you can find out more of my takes on Dana White on the Southpaw Stance podcast. You can find that on iTunes and Spotify. But ultimately, CJ, that's it. We're done. We're out of here. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this week's Moron Bros. You can find us on all social media platforms, The Moron Bros Show.
We made it easy.
Yeah, you can find us on Twitch. Definitely go and get us there. Follow us there. We're going to be there Monday. So if you're listening to this on Tuesday or after, you missed us. But we're doing our weekly shows on Mondays now since I play hockey on Tuesdays.
Yeah. 2 more bangers left here for you.
Oh, total bangers.
We got Full Tack with Where's My Jewel. We got Parker with I Hate It Here. You're listening to the Moron Bros Show here at realpunkradio.com. I'm CJ.
I'm Keegan.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.